We'll be with you in a bit, Finbassadors. We're getting set up here, so listen to this chill lo-fi, and we'll be there soon. Fins up. What is going on, Finn Ambassadors? How we doing, guys? It's a Thursday. I am super excited to come to you live tonight because you guys know what's happening in a few days. You guys know what's happening in a few days. And if you don't know what's happening in a few days, we're going to talk about it in a little bit here. Chat, if I'm too loud, let me know as well. I tried to switch up my rig a little bit here. Just kind of letting everybody roll on in here to chat. Get ourselves situated. You know, I'll tell you what. I'm going to sound like a dad right now, but we need some rain, man. We haven't had rain in freaking forever, and the grass is dry. I got to cut it, man. Gotta cut some grass. Now, you might get the Grand Shark Elder today. You might get some special guests. We're not sure yet. I'm not sure if Bruce Sidon is joining us tonight or not. He's had some issues with his Bluetooth. But no worries there. What's going on, guys? Fins up. We're going to let this kind of roll a little bit here. I kind of like listening to our theme song as we're starting this. This is new. I wanted to try it out. Freaking perfect. Another great situation that we have going on Sunday. Something to do with this bad boy right here, Mr. CP Time. And we'll review that again one more time when we get live. Can't leave early. Can't be shark bait. No way. Hop on to the Just Chatting scene here. What's going on, guys? How you doing? I'm going to keep this going a little bit because I'm getting stoked. I'm getting excited. I'm getting really excited. And you know why? A lot of people know why. But if you don't know why, guys, it's almost time. It's almost time. We started this stream with about 65 days left until Shark Week. And guess what? In less than 3 days, I can technically consider it 2 days, I guess, if you want to really say it that way. Shark Week is happening. And you know what that means. The Land Sharks for Shark Week live charity event is happening. July 26th, Sunday, 3 days. Doors open 1 o'clock. Goes until 6. But the party doesn't end there. And again, we'll talk about that in a second. Don't worry. I'm going to let this kind of roll through a little bit. Keep it rolling. I'm going to bring it up on mine a little bit too. There you go. My volume. It's raw power. That's exactly right. We're bringing some music up now in the background so we have it, so we're solid here. Dead air is not good air. That's for sure. I'm trying not to bring dead air to you. All right, guys. So, we chatted about it just a little bit here. Shark Week is coming up July 26th. It's in 3 days, almost 2 days. Land Shark for Shark Week live event is coming up July 26th as well. Doors open at 1 o'clock to 6 o'clock. Join us. It is at the Antietam Valley Community Center. If you are local, there are still some tickets available. Go on to Eventbrite. Anything on our bios, it's all in there. So if you have any questions or information, or if you want information, it's all there. Okay. Go on Lsfsw on Instagram. Got onto our Twitch stream. Our Substack has literally everything. So any kind of information that you might need, it is there. It is out there for you. But listen, we have tons of cool things happening during that time frame. And I'm going to review that tonight because I know we've been kind of, hyping it up a little bit, throwing those hype reels out, but we haven't really talked about, some happenings that have been going on, throughout the last maybe 2 weeks or so that's really been, bringing this event to life. Even more so from last year. But before I continue, though, Need to get my hydration in. A little shark bite hydration. I'm going with pina colada tonight, by the way. One of my favorites. Shout out to Shark Bite Hydration. There you go. Perfect. Ah, it's beautiful. Beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. All right, guys. So, tonight, obviously because our event is coming up very, very quickly, and we have a lot of things that we technically have to do still. You know, when you do these kind of live events, a lot of, last minute things tend to pop up. You can, you can kind of, make sure that you have everything good to go. You can make sure you're preparing for everything, but it doesn't matter. Something does pop up eventually. You just got to make sure that you limit that kind of stuff. And we have, but need to make sure that we're getting, everything situated for the event, of course. And, the past, I don't know, week and a half, like I said, week and a half, 2 weeks or so, we've been really, hitting the phones and seeing what we can do to bring an amazing event to you. And this is what we came up with. Last year, we had 4 sponsors. 4 sponsors. This year, we have a total of not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8. Guys, we have 16 different sponsors this year. 16. So we literally went from having 4 sponsors, which we were very, very grateful for, all the way up to 16. I'm absolutely blown away at even saying that number. When I started counting everything down, I was like, holy crap, like that's legit. I can't believe it. But we're going to highlight every single one of our sponsors tonight because 16 is a very, very big number. And I'm super excited because all those sponsors either provided raffle items for our raffle, which we have tons of different raffle items now, tons of different bundles that I'll tell you what, if you're in the local area, the Reading area, you're going to freaking love what we have. But it doesn't stop there. I mean, we have raffles that, wherever you are, wherever you live, you can utilize these bad boys. Anywhere from gift cards to an Igloo freaking cooler. So, again, we're gonna review that in a little bit with all of our sponsors. But so, tons of raffle items, but also a big piece of this is, and what I wanted to bring to this event is not just, raffles and people coming in, just walking in, saying hi, maybe doing a raffle here and there, chilling for about 20 minutes and leaving. I want it to be like a full-fledged event, of course. And that means that we need maybe some food. We need maybe some drinks, And this event has had a Shark Week grill out. When we used to have this in the garage at our house, I used to grill out, burgers and dogs. It was a nice, fun event and a nice, fun piece to it. But this year, we have an actual community center that we are at, a legitimate venue. So it's not in the garage anymore, which is, incredible to begin with. But we have 3 different sponsors for food as well. 3 different sponsors. And I wanted to shout them out now because, without them, we wouldn't have, any food technically because, food gets expensive, of course, and we're in a very, very tight budget because the majority of the proceeds, as most of you know, goes straight to Bimini Biological Field Station. So as being 100% volunteer driven, it's very challenging because of the limited budget that we have to continue what we want to do. So this year, I'm telling you right now, I cannot be more grateful for everybody that has come on board, and we made some really good connections moving forward. But I digress. So food this year, guys, we have the big one, which is Victor Emmanuel Club around us. We have an Italian club that we're a part of. Reached out to them the other day, and they were absolutely all about it. And they have enough food that they're giving us enough pizza that they're giving us to last us for 3 Shark Weeks. So if you like pizza, you're going to be excited about that. Second one, Jersey Mike's Subs was with us last year, and they helped us out last year. Okay. Reach out to them again this year. Guess what they're doing for us? We're getting hoagies again, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting our hoagies again from Jersey Mike's. And yes, it's a hoagie. We talked about this in our previous stream. It is a hoagie. I've called them grinders before. I've called them other things, but they're hoagies, okay? Jersey Mike's helping us out with some subs. So we have pizzas and we have subs. And then, number 3, Philly Pretzel Factory. Philly Pretzel Factory coming in big with a pretzel donation, which is absolutely amazing, because who doesn't like a nice, soft Philly pretzel? So if you're not in the mood for, some pizza, if you're not in the mood for some hoagies, you got yourself a soft Philly pretzel from Philly Pretzel Factory. So to all 3 of them, to Victor Emmanuel, to Jersey Mike's, and to Philly Pretzel Factory, thank you so much for allowing us to provide this event with some incredible food throughout the entire tenure of the event. Thank you. But now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually bring up our sponsors real quick. I'm going to change this. I'm not a huge fan of that song for some reason, but let's see here. Need to make sure I'm going to the right one, because I've been putting a few things together for the event. Here we go. Is it this one? Maybe it's this one. Actually, we could do this instead. I saved it locally, so we can have it, of course. Easy to get to. Here we go. I'm going to bring this up. Let's see if I can present this. All right, beautiful. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go on over to our game scene real quick, because that's the easiest way to do this. I got to get a new scene in here so I can kind of get the Chrome browser in correctly. But that's okay. We could do this. Boom. Sponsors. All right, guys. So we're just going to roll down this list real quick. And I have this in Canva, by the way, so. What's going on, guys? How you doing? Welcome into Land Sharks for Shark Week. All right, as you can see, there's some pretty big names on this list. And again, I'm going to roll through them again real quick, and then we're going to review a sponsor box that I actually got as well. That's kind of what I wanted to show you moving forward. But thank you to all of our sponsors. We're going to start with Shaka Kai, of course. Shaka Kai is, again, coming up huge for us, as they have for the past, I believe it's 6 years. It could even be 7. I have to look back. But they've been with us for a very long time. They were actually one of our first sponsors when we first reached out. Gentleman Andy Shear has been an amazing asset for us. He actually left Shaka Kai and went over to Sunbum a little bit ago. So congratulations to you, big guy. But he really believed in us and really believed in our mission. And, you know, we've been all over the map with them when it comes to, you know, them providing swag to us. We were actually on their website for a little bit as well. So we could get donations through that way and bring exposure and awareness to what we're trying to do, which was really, really cool to see. That's when I really kind of knew that, you know, this was going to take off and this was going to be super, super fun. So again, Shaka Kai, thank you so much for always being there for us and always accommodating and, you know, really making this event great. And I could say the same for Knockaround. Knockaround's been with us for about 5 years as well. Once again, maybe 6. I'm not too sure. I got to kind of look back, but they've been with us for a very, very long time. And, you know, again, we can't thank them enough. You know, the past few years has been really paramount for what we're trying to really accomplish, because they provided us with, you know, 40 or 50, you know, Land Shark for Shark Week limited edition Knockaround shades. And, you know, we're able to provide them now, you know, for the first like 50 individuals that come into the Land Shark for Shark Week live event. They're getting some free shades, man. And we have the 2020 edition, the 2022 editions, and then for the raffle, we're able to provide the 2026 edition shades. And where do I have them here? No, they're over there. But listen, the 2026 shades are incredible, but the 2020s and 2022s are, you know, big time, you know, fan favorites for me as well. But listen, man, they are very, very nice shades. And they also provided us with 2 $20 gift cards as well, that it's going to be within a bundle, within a package when the time comes to during one of our raffles. A lot of these individuals, a lot of these sponsors are going to be kind of bundled together, you know, with some of the stuff that they provided us, which has been, you know, again, I have an opportunity to bundle things this year, which is really neat. So, you know, the entire Shark Elder, you know, crew is just over the moon. But I digress again, you know, I'm talking. But Shark Bite Hydration, this is our 2nd year with Shark Bite Hydration. And again, they've been paramount to what we're doing. They sent us tons of stuff, tons of swag. They're going to be giving us, I believe, a discount code as well for the event. So if you like what you see, if you don't win, you know, a Shark Bite Hydration water bottle or some hydration packets, you can go on over to their website and get it, you know, at a discounted rate, which is really cool. Let's see here. Who do we have? We have the follow bracelets. So everybody knows, I believe, what the follow bracelets are. I actually do not have mine on right now. I took it off, you know, because my 1.5-year-old loves to play with it, and I don't want it to like pull and rip, but whatever, it's all good. Whatevs. I don't have it with me here. But, you know, the follow bracelets, you know, they come with all kinds of different animals that you can technically, I guess you can call sponsor. But when you receive your follow bracelet, you receive an animal that you're actually able to track. So, you know, of course, we were able to get a few shark ones donated to us. Didn't get the Shark Week ones this year. Wasn't able to get them this year, but I did get, you know, a few of the shark tracking ones. So it could be a bull shark, could be a lemon shark, could be, you know, a tiger shark, could be a hammerhead. We're not quite sure. But when you get your information, you scan it and it tells you exactly what, you know, shark you're going to be able to track. And then, you know, let's see if I can bring it up here real quick again, because it's really, really neat. I love the follow bracelets. My shark's name is Bitney, and it kind of shows you, you know, exactly where they are and where they're being pinged. So right now, actually, oh, my girl traveled a little bit. My gosh, she was down in Florida, and now she is right around Myrtle Beach. She's hanging out in Myrtle Beach right now, swimming back down to Charleston, Carolina. And then it also gives you, you know, some... Oop, there you go. Some cool information. You can't really see that. There you go. Cool information about, you know, the shark And then, let me see. At the very beginning, kind of gives you an about, and it kind of shows you some of the stats of the shark. So it gives you, like, miles traveled. Total distance traveled is, 3,095 miles, almost 3,096 miles. Average mile per hour since release. My girl's slow, 0.8 miles an hour. She's just been cruising. That's all she's been doing. And that's okay. We like the cruising. Now, Follow, is partnered with Saving the Blue. So if you guys want to check out Saving the Blue as well, that would be great. That would be awesome. Any help that we can get, for these creatures, we're all about, obviously. So, oh, what's up? Live with your chat too. What's up, guys? How you doing, Frank's chat? Just doing my thing here, and going over some sponsors that we have this year for Land Sharks for Shark Week. Was going to review this as well, but since my boy Solonium popped on here, wanted to really thank him because he reached out to me the other day and he said, hey, listen, I want to help out. I want to do my part for Land Sharks for Shark Week, for the event, and for the week. So he came up with a really, really cool, and Frank, if you want to just kind of highlight, paraphrase exactly what you're going to do, I can speak towards it as well, but I want to make sure I'm saying it the correct way because it's pretty neat what he's looking to do. So, for about the first hour or so, he's going to play the Jaws game on SNES. I believe it's SNES, and there is a speed run that's out there, and what he's going to do is he's going to do a playthrough, go through a speed run, and then he's going to, check the times on the speed run. I think it's speedrun.com. Again, I could be completely wrong, but hopefully Frank kind of helps me out there. But he'll check, how fast somebody did it, like the fastest time, and get the slowest time. And if he beats the slowest time, he donates an X amount of dollars. Or if he doesn't beat the slowest time, he donates an X amount of dollars. If he beats the fastest time, he'll donate X amount of dollars. So there's a difference in there too. But super, super generous of him to do that. Especially, with his stream and, being able to shout us out, any chance that he can get, we're really, really thankful for that. So Solonium, please go over and check them out. Follow him. He's a great streamer, great friend, and we can't thank this man enough. And then I think it's he does that for an hour, and then he'll play the game called Raft, which I've seen, and I actually want to try out that game. There you go. Just threw it in chat for us. Thanks, brother. It looks cool. I did download Green Hell, which looked really neat as well. So I wanted to maybe try that throughout the week too during our charity stream. Once again, we'll get to that in a bit. But, Raft is definitely a game that looks fun, and he's played it before. But he's also using something called crowd control. There you go, crowd control of Raft. And crowd control, pretty much what you could do is you can, use channel points and make him do pretty much anything, or, make something happen on the screen. So if you want the shark to come up and chomp on his raft, for the entire stream and make his life miserable, you could do that. So that's going to be lots and lots of fun. I'm just going to read this real quick. Blind watch a draw for the speed run. After that, he's going to check the world record time. And depending on if he's between the world record and slowest time, he's going to donate $10. So it's between. So I was a little off there. If he's slower than the slowest time, he's going to donate the full amount, which is $25 for every minute above. Regardless, that's super generous and a super, super cool thing that he's doing for the charity. So want to shout him out as much as I possibly can. Again, dude, great friend, great streamer. Go follow him, man, because his stream is going to be off the chain. I'm going to try to get him on. I want to maybe stream together with him as he's doing it, maybe on the 29th, see what we can do there, because I think it'll be fun to talk to him as he's going through the stream. We'll be watching Shark Week and then watching him do his thing, which would be fun. But so let me see where we got here. All right, where are we at? All right, cool. So you see to the right, excuse me, get a hydration break, excuse me. This is going to turn into a Landshark Lager real soon, come the 26th. But on the right-hand side there, from Follow, you can see Oink Design. Oink Design's been with us now for the 2nd year. So we have a lot of people that are coming back. You know, we have a lot of people that are really excited and interested in what we're looking to do and our mission. So they want to help us out any way they can. Again, Stacy from across the pond. Really good friend, really has helped us out. And she provided again this year 2 of her handmade silver jewelry. And I'm actually going to bring it up. I have it right on over here. Whoa, look out. Came international. No tariff, thank goodness. But I wanted to kind of show these off a little bit while we're on the screen and while we're on the stream here so everybody can see her incredible work and the detail that goes into this stuff. So cool. All right, I'm going to bring that up here real quick. Look at that. That's a shark tooth handmade necklace. Made it all handmade. Isn't that cool? So that one's going to be up for raffle. Put this one back real quick. And then we have one more. Bring it up real quick. Oh yeah, like the handmade things are so cool. It's so neat. Here we go. So to go along with that, last year we had the hammerhead theme. This year we had a shark tooth theme. So you can see here's some shark tooth earrings. Again, these are all handmade. I'm looking at it right now. Like these are, I don't even know how she does it. It's really neat. So Stace, thank you so much again. We really do appreciate your partnership and your mission. I'm still super jealous of you because you've been able to meet the Bimini team already. Not once, but twice. So I got to get down there. I got to catch up with you now that you have 2. So Stacy, thank you so much. Cheers. Then 2 more. As you can see on the left and right hand side below Follow and Oink Design. We all know Jersey Mike's. We talked about Jersey Mike's already, so we're not even going to worry about that because we know that the Hoagies are coming. But we have 2 ball teams, 2 local ball teams, the Reading Fighting Phils and the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs, that are providing us with some incredible raffle items. So we'll start with the Reading Phils. Reading Fighting Phils has given us 6 tickets. 6 tickets to a Reading Phillies game. So we'll be able to go. You'll be able to go with all your friends if you want, you know. 6 freaking tickets. I was expecting maybe like 2, but they gave us 6. So you can bring whoever you want. Bring me if you want. I would love to go again. And then the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs, of course. You know, that's was in my backyard. The Reading Fighting Phils are in my backyard now, but the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs, once again, incredible ballpark, as the Fighting Phils are. But the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs have provided us with what they call a pig pack. And the pig pack has a ton of items in it. And that also includes 4 tickets to a Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs game. But it includes that. It includes a pennant. It includes a bobblehead. It includes like a little, tchotchke. It includes a banner. It includes all these different things that are in this like pig pack. And it's over $100 value. So that's cool. Excuse me. My goodness. So that's really, really cool. So I'm excited about that one. I'm excited to have 2 ball teams on here this year. Going down and moving down a little bit to the left-hand side, underneath the Reading Fighting Phils, we have Gasser's Golf. That is a mini golf and driving range right around this area. It's local, and they have a really, really cool setup. We almost had the event here, actually, believe it or not. But unfortunately, they didn't allow alcohol, around that location because of, there's a lot of children, which I totally understand. I totally get. But they were gracious enough to donate 4 rounds of mini golf. And if you go onto their website and see what their mini golf course looks like, dear Lord, it is a really neat golf course. It is well maintained. It is clean. I mean, it looks like it's brand spanking new every time you go there. Has a lot of water hazards, has a lot of sand. I mean, it looks like a top tier 5-star like mini golf course. And it doesn't stop there. Like, they have a driving range there as well, which is really nice. And they have a huge like pavilion, like patio area that you can go, you can hang out with your friends, with your family. And then after you get done with the mini golf or driving range, you can go grab some ice cream, burgers, dogs, that kind of thing. They have a ton of food as well, which is delicious. So thank you to Gasser's Golf. Lords and ladies is next. So yes, your boy went into a salon and medical spa, to bring some solid raffle items to not just pander to the men, but to pander to the ladies as well. So actually, I can bring these both together. So Lords and ladies there, and then Dallas Aesthetics, that's underneath the Giant logo. Both of those are in spas. So Lords and Ladies Salon and Medical Spa, you can get anything from, a facial to getting your hair cut. My wife frequents that place a lot. She absolutely loves it, always has. That's a $50 gift card to Lords and Ladies. And then I'm actually bundling that. I'm calling it a beauty bundle with Dallas Aesthetics, which I have her card right here. Dallas Klein, which is the I can never say this word. Esthetician? Bash me on chat. I don't care. It's all good. But she does lashes, she does skin, and she does eyebrows as well. So you can get your facial there if you want. If you get your hair cut at Lords and Ladies, you can get your brows done, all that good stuff if you're local to the area. She was super excited to help us out. Dallas Klein. I walked in and I started talking to her and chatting with her a little bit, and she said, "Listen, done. $50 gift card to my Dallas Aesthetics. I will do anything for animals. So I love this." So it was a no-brainer for her. So Lords and Ladies, Dallas Aesthetics, beauty bundle. Then we have, I'm going to go with Giant and Weiss, since I talked about Giant a little earlier. So there's a little grocery bundle that I have going on. So Giant and Weiss were both gracious enough to provide us with $25 gift cards to each of these locations. So you have $50 all together to go do your grocery shopping. And especially with the price points that are right now in the economy that we have right now, $50 for groceries is a big deal. So go get your milk and bread and eggs on the house from Land Sharks for Shark Week if you win that grocery bundle raffle item. And then to the left of Giant and Weiss there, you see Cafe Felino. And Cafe Felino is a new, brand spanking new breakfast and lunch like bistro, I guess you can call it, in the Wyo area. And the place once again is super quaint, super cool inside, and they have everything from coffee to burritos, for God's sakes. So anything you want, breakfast and lunch, brunch, they have it all. So definitely go check them out. They gave us a $25 gift card for our raffle, which was, again, very generous of them. That was one of the last ones that I kind of was able to snag. So we do obviously appreciate them doing that too. Let's see here. I want to make sure that this is still moving. There you go. I wanted to make sure I was still live on Instagram. I wasn't sure. But we out here. We out here. All right, so Cafe Felino, we did that. We did Lsfsw already. We did Victor Emmanuel. We talked about that already because they're donating, enough pizza to last us until the apocalypse, which is super neat. And then the last one just actually came through today. And that's to the bottom left-hand corner there, Mr. Car Wash. Pretty cool sponsor. They do an amazing job as well. They probably have I didn't think that I'd like car washes as much as I do now after going to their place. But man, oh man, this car wash has literally everything. I mean, it has everything from, just a regular car wash to, a pet wash. If you have a bike, you can go and wash your bike. They can have like a dedicated like bike washing spot. They have free vacuums, so you can just drive in if your car's dirty and just utilize the vacuums any chance you want to get, which is, I think that's incredible. That's like a super cool business model. They have, oil changes there. They have, tune-ups. They have all these different things, like anything you can think of for your car, they have in one location. They have pet washes, for God's sakes. So you can bring your pet and you can have, your pet washed, in like these little like wash bins that they have for, animals. We brought our pup Hank there once. He didn't like it too much because he's not really like a huge, hey, I want to get washed like bath kind of dog. But if your dog likes baths and your dog likes to get like, clean, this place is awesome. Awesome. So, I was expecting that they were going to pop over and give me maybe like 1 or 2 car washes. That's all I was asking for, right? They called back today and they said that they are giving us 10, count them 10, titanium washes, which that is like the whole thing, the whole rigmarole. So titanium, there you go, boom. Titanium exterior. So that gives you the tire shine, that gives you the undercarriage, that gives you, the wax, that gives you literally everything for your vehicle. And they gave us 10 of them. Now, it's a $26 car wash, the titanium wash. They gave us 10. So we have a $260 value here, which is incredible. I'm going to break these up, I believe, into 5 and 5. So 2 different raffle items. So you can get 5 washes, for your vehicle if you win one of those raffles. And there's 2 chances to win, of course. I'm blown away. Absolutely blown away. Now, those are all of our sponsors. We did talk about like certain bundles. Okay. So I'm going to be doing a Shaka Kai bundle, a knockaround bundle as well. We didn't talk about that when we first started with our sponsors here, but the Shaka Kai bundle is going to have a lot in it as well. It's going to have a straw hat. It's going to have a koozie. It's going to have a t-shirt. It's going to have a Shaka Kai bottle opener. It's going to have all these different items from Shaka Kai and from that sponsor. And there's not going to be just one of those bundles, by the way. There's going to be like 6 of them or 7 of them. Not quite sure exactly how many I'm going to do yet, but I mean, there's definitely opportunities, not just one opportunity. There's more and multiple opportunities to win that bundle. And then, of course, the knockaround bundle is the 2026 Shark Week shades and a $20 gift card to Knockaround. So you can go check out the shades for yourself. Again, I'm part of the Knock Squad, so I have enough shades. Well, you can't have enough shades, but I do have enough shades. So I want to, provide some dollars to you guys so you can go check out knockaround.com. So that's a big deal. And then we have one more raffle item that I want to kind of talk about. And the past 2 years we've had a, quote unquote, once again, a sponsor like basket, we called it. So when the sponsors gave us some raffle items, we put a basket together with one of each item. So, it's like a huge, kind of basket with all this stuff in it, so, people can walk away with a really, really cool item and a really, really cool raffle prize. This year, we are doing a premiere, not just a regular raffle, but we're doing a premiere raffle too. And Just to preface, the raffle tickets, you get 25 tickets for $20, by the way, for the regular raffle. And then the premier item is the premier raffle prize, I should say. I'm gonna bring it up real quick so I can talk about it as we go, because there's so much in there. I mean, here you go. So the premier bundle, okay? So we're gonna start out with the igloo cooler. There's a red, white, and blue igloo cooler, and the reason why we have this igloo cooler is because of Hawaii Pio. So thank you, Shark Elder Hawaii Pio, for providing this for our raffle. Inside of that igloo cooler is going to be, once again, a Shaka Kai straw hat, Shaka Kai t-shirt, a waterproof bag, a koozie, bottle opener, more knockaround sunglasses. You're going to get the Shark Bite hydration bundle as well, with the Shark Bite packets and a Shark Bite bottle. And then you're also going to receive multiple other items, including like a Landshark Lager Bluetooth bottle speaker. So there's tons of different items in there. That's just like the beginning of what's going to be in this bundle. And there's other like smaller raffle items as well. We have like an Echo Dot actually that you can win, you know, those kind of things as well. But the premier prize is going to be really cool. Not sure exactly the price point on that yet, but I'm going to get back to you really soon regarding it. But I'll tell you, you get one ticket for it, and then you can win like all this stuff. I mean, that's the igloo cooler alone is like $120. So you can't go wrong with, you know, the price point for one raffle ticket item. So that's that, guys. That is our raffle prizes right there, or our sponsors, I should say. Not all the raffle prizes, but the sponsors that we have that provided us with information, or with raffle items, I should say, and some information for the event. Shark Bites is coming back too. We did we do 2 Shark Bites, right? I think we did 2 Shark Bites already. We have one more Shark Bite that we're going to be putting out on our socials very soon. So be on the lookout for that from Bimini Biological Field Station, or Bimini Shark Lab. Again, they've been you know, really cool partners in the sense where they're providing us with like a lot of cool shark video and shark education, you know, from the Bimini Islands, because again, we're landlocked and we don't have an opportunity to get to the beach or to do these kind of educational pieces like with a shark 5 feet from us. So being able to see this and look at that kind of stuff, I personally think is really cool. So again, thank you to them for allowing us to, you know, live vicariously through them, I guess you could say. But yeah, so there's that, guys. There's that. I'm stoked. I mean, I've been waiting for this day for a very, very long time. And listen, it's putting something on like this is not for the faint of heart. You know, I've done banquets for a very long time. When I was in college, you know, I was you know, working at a banquet hall and a golf club, and we put on like everything from golf outings to weddings, you know. So I had a pretty good base on, you know, how and like what makes, I guess you could say, you know, these kind of events tick. And again, it's very challenging to get all these little like minutia, little minute details correct, because, you know, you can have these big splashes, of course, with the raffles and, you know, that kind of stuff, but you know, the little things, the little details are what really bring this kind of event to life. And we're slowly building upon that too. And having the community center and having the like actual event hall is huge in that. And if we can, you know, do this event hall again, we'll be able to make it even bigger and more grandiose. But yeah, those small like minutia details really make a difference. And, you know, we have definitely done our homework, and we're going to bring some really fun stuff to the event. And speaking of fun stuff, I almost forgot, and I can't forget this, but we kind of talked about it earlier in one of a previous stream. But guys, we have CP Time, Cole Parkinson, that is going to be legitimately playing and singing at our event. So at 3 o'clock, right in the middle of everything that we're doing, my man is going to be going up and doing a 5-song set. So it's going to be roughly like about a 20-25 minute set, man. Most likely a half an hour, because he has some, you know, fun stuff that he does on stage. But he's going to be doing like a 5-song set for us. And, you know, we now have live music at the event because of his generosity. Now, he's my boy. I've known him for a long time now, know him through my brother-in-law. And we go to Pop Stock every single year. So I get to see him there too, which happened like, you know, a little earlier on in the summer. So this is kind of like a 2.0 in a sense. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. So if you don't know who CP Time Parkinson is, or you haven't heard any of his songs, go check him out. He's all over the place. He's on Spotify. He's on YouTube. What is it called? YouTube Music. My gosh, I couldn't talk there. So go check him out, and, you know, go follow him. He has hundreds and hundreds of songs already out. Just got and signed a record label and a record deal. So he is legit, ladies and gentlemen. He's legit. So go check him out. Oh man, this pina colada. It's so delicious. Like I can literally sip on that forever. All right. Told you this was going to be like a big sponsor night, so we're going to continue the sponsor night. And on the right-hand side here, I have a box that came literally yesterday. So it was kind of at the buzzer. And again, it's a sponsor that we've had for a very long time, for about 6 or 7 years now, in Shaka Kai, our first sponsor ever. Now they, again, provide us with probably the most stuff every single year. The most swag, the most tchotchkes, the most items that we can raffle off. And I'll tell you what, they have succeeded in that once again. And I thought it would be pretty cool, now that we have this stream set up, that we can really highlight them for what they have provided us today. So this is what I'm going to do. Bring that up a little bit, actually, so I can... There you go. Now I look a little bit better. Boom. Money in the bank. So I wanted to bring the camera up a little bit more, because I'm going to be kind of throwing a few things a little not over my head, but kind of, I want more space here so you can kind of see me. So you can see me all the way over to that side, and you can see me all... Oh, you can't see me all the way over here. So we got to figure that out. We got to fix that. Hopefully you don't see the back of my... Nah, you're golden. You're good. Keep it right there. Beautiful. All right, guys. So... Again, I digress a little bit, but I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to bring out a few of the, again, fan favorites that we have every single year. So bear with me. So I'm going to do this real quick so I don't have my... Oh, it's already falling on me. See that? Look at that. Got a ton of straw hats again. And guess what? They're not just shark inspired again this year. They're kind of like beachy inspired in a sense right now. And I'm going to kind of roll through these, because we're used to seeing... Hold on. We're used to seeing this one. There's so many of them here. They're actually pretty heavy too. Let me see. So we're used to this one. We're used to that guy. We've seen that before. I have one of these as well. Again, straw hat. What is this? This is UPF what? This is UPF 50. Breathable fabric. Very lightweight after you not holding 18 of them. It has a little band inside of there, as you can see. So it one size fits all. So it kind of like, you know, conforms to your head and contorts to your head. And it's very moisture wicking, of course. Now, before I kind of continue here, dudes, like, I have to tell you that when you put this hat on, if you're hot and like the sun's beating down on you and you put one of these hats on, like normally typically a straw hat would kind of block the sun a little bit and give you a little bit of relief. I'm telling you right now, you put one of these on, man, when you're at the beach or when you're like outside and the sun is beating down on you, that UPF 50 really works, man. I mean, it is like 10 to 15 degrees cooler underneath these hats. I mean, I don't know how it happens, but I cannot recommend them enough. All right, so we have like at least 5 of the shark ones, which is sweet. I'm going to put these, actually I'll put them over here. Do like that. I'll put the ones that we talked about over here. So we got them. Okay. Next up, this is a cool design. Kind of like a martini wave. And then if you look in there a little bit, look at the anchor or the hook. It's a fisherman's hook. Isn't that neat? Has the olives like right on it, which is cool. We got 2 of those, which is neat. And then I don't know if you can really see it. Yeah, you can't see that good. I didn't think the green screen was going to hit it, or it might have hit it, but every design has the Shaka logo on the front, and it has the same design that's underneath right on the front of the hat, which I think is cool. I love these things. It's actually the reason why I reached out to them, is because of the straw hats. I wanted to find a straw hat for Lsfsw event, and I found them, and I was like, you know what, let's reach out. Oh, this is neat. Wait a minute. Okay, so this is different. Oh, all right. So nice blue, like kind of like tie-dye. Kind of looks like the ocean a little bit. Okay. They smell so good too. But typically they have a like little wooden like knob where you can kind of like, you know, bring up the string, right? This guy's a little different. This guy has a little shaka. Look at that. I don't know if you can really see it. Let me see if I can bring it up to you. Look at that. That's cool. Not gonna lie, I kind of like that better than the the wooden one, believe it or not. There's those. We got 2 of those. Okay. And again, these are all gonna be in the bundle, and there's gonna be some other ways that you can win some of these Shaka Kai hats too. But again, here you go. Boom. Yeah, it's kind of like screwing up the. Can't really tell because it's green. But this is all green, okay, right here. And it has like pineapples, and you know, you have the plants on here, the flowers, I should say, and then also the hibiscus flowers. There, where it is. I couldn't think of the term for a second there, but also they have that little Shaka logo on there too. So there you go, boom. Can't really tell because of the green. That's okay though, but love the hibiscus and love the where is it at? There you go. There's the pineapple over here. So the green screen's kind of screwing that up, but that's all right. No worries. All right, so those are the straw hats, and super stoked to bring them to you. But wait, there's more. Now we got tons of t-shirts, and it says Shaka Kai on it. And then I actually have one of these shirts as well. And it gives you kind of like a definition of what Shaka Kai means now. So we got the black, we have a gray, and then we have a white version of that. And we have tons of t-shirts in here, man. Tons of freaking t-shirts, which is sweet. Some more koozies. We got some koozies in here that we'll just give away. These are going to be kind of like random giveaways and then like bundles and stuff like that, which is neat. I love these guys right here. I actually have one of these myself as well. This is a bottle opener, Shaka Kai bottle opener. Very heavy, very durable, and it's lasted me a really long time. And then, of course, like the koozies are super cool too. There's different kind of designs, of course. You know, you got, you know, the hibiscus one. You got, you know, just a regular, just logo one, branded one. So there's a ton in here. There's more in the basket, but I'm not going to bring it all out, of course, right now. Let's see. We'll go with like the little guys, like, you know, again, some random giveaways for us. We have some stickers, and we have these are neat as well. So that's actually a car freshener, and this is the coconut one, I think. Oh no, there's a few of them in here. So they have coconut, they have you know, sandalwood, and a few other scents, which are absolutely delicious. They smell really, really good. More stuff. Hold on. So let's see. I'm gonna bring these out real quick. Once again, a ton of these. And these are technically called goiters, if I remember correctly. Let's take two of them out, one of each, because there's two different styles here. There we go, and then put these back in here. So these are like masks, okay? So these, once again, are UPF as well, and you can wear it like kind of like any way you want. You can wear them around your neck. You can bring it over top of your head. It's just to keep you cool when you're out there in the sun and the sun's beating down on you. Again, moisture wicking, of course, too. And there's not just one design here. There's actually two designs. As you can see, there's another design here. They are little surfboards. That's neat. Again, that's going to also be in that bundle. Now, what else do we have here, man? One more thing. I have one that's open. Hold on. I'm going to find the one that I opened up. There you go. Now, I have an all-black one of these, and it is probably one of the coolest things that I have that I can bring to the beach. And I think that you would agree with me in that sentiment. Oop. How cool is it? Oh, you can't really... Oh, man, the green screen. That's all right. No worries. So, you can see, this is a waterproof bag. And it's huge. It's freaking gigantic. Look at that. It's my entire freaking arm. So, you know, again, this is fully 100% waterproof, okay? And you can take this to the beach. You can take this to anywhere that, you know, there might be, like, rain. I think that these are neat because these are actually, the one that I have, I guess you could say, they're actually buoyant as well. If you ever, you know, need it, you can just open this up and kind of like curl this in, and they can actually, believe it or not, and I'm not sure if that's what they're made for, but they hold air pretty well, so you can actually use it as a you know, kind of like life thing if you need it. But again, totally 100% waterproof. These are really, really cool and super durable. You can put a ton of stuff in it, of course. You can use it maybe even for, if you want, you know, some drinks. I don't know, totally up to you. But there's a few of them in there as well. And then comes with like a little strap too, so you can put the strap on there. So I think these are really neat. These are like you know, one of my favorites. That and the straw hats are my favorites, man. I love these things. But there's that, man. There's Shaka Kai's stash that they brought us and they sent to us. And again, we could not be more grateful for their partnership. You know, again, 100% volunteer work that we do, and without these kind of, you know, individuals and sponsors and companies that believe in our mission and believe in what we do, we could not put this on year after year. So going from 4 to 16 is a huge leap, and again, we could not be more grateful. I mean, the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. Take a quick step. Now, I thought that our boy Brosadin was going to be coming on today, but I guess he's not, which is okay. No problem. No problem. He might have been caught up at work tonight. He works at Netflix house, and his hours have been absolutely insane. So, you know, all good. We got to work. We got to work. We got to work. Let me see. Dano liked my messages. Beautiful. Dan's cans. Not sure if he's going to be popping on. He pops on from time to time as well. Let's see if there's any guest speaker over here. No guest speaker right now. That's okay. Oh, we don't want the game screen. There we go. Perfect. All right, so who do we got in here? Before I continue, I want to see who's in chat. Oh my gosh, it's Icky Bicky. What's going on? Miss Yakabachi? Haven't talked to you in forever. Hope all's well. Yes, this is the epitome of what we used to do back in college. If anybody doesn't know, this all started as a college watch party for Shark Week. What's going on? What's going on? Nice to have you in here. So yeah, this started as a college watch party. Our roommates used to turn on Shark Week and have a few, adult beverages for sharks. And we did it year after year. And we started to create rules, as you do back in college, for what's happening on the screen. And it got pretty big. People kind of caught on. We, invited more people over each year, and, it started to grow and get bigger. And, we started doing this back in 2010, and now it's 2026, and it's grown obviously substantially from, having like 4 or 5 of our roommates in a dorm room to like a few people that we know coming over and, hanging out in our, on-campus apartment or our apartment in Delaware, to watch sharks and play with the rules. To like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, we actually opened this up to donations, and we started to create an actual fundraiser out of this event that people have come to enjoy and look forward to every single year. And in that time, again, I don't know, Kate, if you were on here when we were talking about it, but we got some sponsors back then 5 or 6 years ago, and they sent us swag that we can kind of give out for the event. And as we were raising the money, we were using like a spin wheel, and people could pay like $5 or $10 or something like that for the spin wheel, and they can win like swag and all that. And we actually opened it up back then to Oceania, to fundraise for Oceania, because that's really all we knew. And then we had the bright idea to try to adopt a shark. And the reason that came up was, there was a joke that kind of came out where it's like, hey, wouldn't it be awesome if one year we could have like a live shark at Shark HQ? And obviously, of course, that can't happen. We can't have an actual shark. And at that point, it was Bryn Mawr and Westchester areas and stuff like that. So there's no way we could have a live shark. So what do? We tried to find what is the next best thing. And I researched online. I'm like, how do you adopt a shark? And there was ways that you can obviously sponsor a shark. And lo and behold, that's how we found Bimini Shark Lab. We sponsored our first shark. The name was Finney, and members of me, which was awesome, because of the starting this whole thing. And I was very grateful that people wanted to name it Finney. And then we got another one, Finora. And then we got another one, which was Ritaville. So we technically have sponsored 3 sharks now. One was a tiger shark, and the other 2 were great hammerheads. And again, it just continued to grow. This event continued to grow. We raised more and more dollars every single year, from the time that we opened up donations. Let me see, it was, like I said, it was like 5 or 6 years ago, and we opened it up to Oceania. And I think the first year, we raised around like maybe $200, $250 or something, which I was completely blown away in that just alone. It's like, I couldn't believe that people even, thought about this and cared about this stuff. And again, it was just something, kind of funny that we used to do. And they were on board, and they actually said, okay, yeah, we're going to donate to this. And that's where we really thought to ourselves, like, hey, this thing has legs, and this could actually be something that could be really cool in the future to continue this if we can. So again, reach out to more sponsors, or reach out to more companies. Said, hey, listen, this is what we're doing. This is our mission. Not a lot of people said no. They believed in what we were doing. They believed in, what we were looking to do. They knew that we were 100% volunteer driven, and that we were landlocked. They knew all these things, especially being landlocked. It's very challenging to convince a company to provide you with, free stuff for raffles, technically. And, you don't have to be landlocked to make a difference. And that's where I come to, understand where we're really making a difference in places that, normally don't make differences. And that's really cool to see. So again, I'm kind of bouncing back and forth here, but with those sponsors come, more revenue that comes through the door for us in donations, donation wise. Because we had more things that we were able to give away and offer to the individuals that were coming to our event. And, again, we raised about $250 the first year. And then we raised I think it was around $500 the next year, because we had that quest for 500 going, and that was for Landshark bottles as well. That's a whole story where we used to actually at the end of the week, we used to make a fin out of all the bottles that we consumed throughout the week, and that was a big thing that we used to do. But of course, that gets more challenging throughout the year, and especially since we're not doing it all 7 nights in a row, live in person, we can't technically do that anymore. So we had to kind of pivot a little bit. But anyway, I digress. 500 that year, and then it raised to 1,000. We raised, and then in 2022, I think it was 2022 or 2023, we raised a total of in 1 week $2,350. I think it was $2,305 we raised. So in 1 week alone, we raised over $2,000, over $2,300 altogether, for Bimini Biological Field Station in the name of, shark research and ocean conservation. And that's where I really knew that, hey, we got to keep this bad boy going. This can't stop. We are making a difference. We're doing what needs to be done. People enjoy this. People can back this. They can get behind it, and we can't stop this, right? And the biggest hurdle, I guess you can say, is really locating, and having a venue for the night, or for the week, I should say. When we were back in our old duplex, we were able to host it. I was able to host it at my place every night, because we had a really big garage actually that I turned into Shark HQ. And, upon moving away from that area, we obviously couldn't, continue it because we didn't have the space anymore. Then we were super grateful that, we were able to get into a garage, and, we did that for the past two years. With my sister-in-law, very nice of her and generous of her to, obviously have us, in that location. But again, that was, of course, very challenging too, because of the distance that, personally I had to travel, because I have, a lot of the inventory, I guess you could say, that, comes along with it. And I'm not the only one. Of course. There's a lot of, shark elders that help out, and that bring, a lot of inventory as well. But, the big items like the tables and the chairs and things of that nature, that's definitely something that, I was lugging down. And actually got a U-Haul last year. And I was driving a freaking U-Haul truck down the Shark Week, which was hysterical. And, that was pretty wild. But, we raised, the amount there too. But our ultimate goal was obviously, and our very ultimate goal is to become, a potential nonprofit. But we can also go the charity organization, like the public or private charity organization route, which we are talking about now as we speak. We're kind of actively in the works of it. One of those, one of those pieces were trying to find like an actual venue and not like a garage or a place where, we have to clean up, nonstop before the event. And it's just like an actual space that people utilize for events like this. And again, a big hurdle for us. And it's always been a big hurdle trying to locate the spot. And, it was close again this year, I was calling around because one of our event halls, I'm just talking about Gassers, unfortunately that the golf course, the mini golf course, they sponsored us this year for the raffle, but we were trying to have it at that location. But what we didn't review, and that was my error, of course, when I was talking to the woman there, we couldn't have like alcohol on premises due to the fact that it's a very family friendly and family oriented place, and having alcohol in the location and food in the location, they didn't really like that at all, and they had never really done that before. So we had to kind of back off of there and locate a spot about like maybe like a month before the event was going to happen and partake, and then enter the pool that we go to. So we have a public pool that's around us in Antietam, and they have a community center. So I was like, you know what? I was reaching out to all these different places, reaching out to fire halls, reaching out to, actual like legitimate like banquet venues. And, I was reaching out to certain breweries around us, actually, even talked to Lsfsw and wanted to see if we could have it there. They just couldn't have, they didn't have the stuff that we needed, And then once again, enter Antietam pool. And I called them and they're like, listen, we have somebody in that community center right on that date on July 26th. But if you give us some time, we'll chat about it. Maybe we can have somebody, help clean up in there, and we can get you guys in there as well. Because typically when you rent a hall out, you have the entire day for your event. So you can go in at like 9 o'clock in the morning and have it until 10 o'clock at night if you want. We don't need that for that long, of course. But if we were able to get in there at a certain time, we'd be eternally grateful. So, and, didn't hear back from them for like maybe like 2 days or so. And then all of a sudden got an email saying like, hey, you guys got it. It's yours. We'll donate, some time as well. So cut the cost very, very low for us, which was very, very generous once again of them. And what I didn't even think about was it's kind of funny that it came about this way, and that the community center allowed us to, have the event there because the pool is right next to it. So we're right next to water, which really kind of ties everything together. And it's not just the community center, it's, the outside of the venue too. Of course you have the pool there, you have a playground for the kids, you have a wide open, space, grass space, and baseball field. So if, you don't want to stay in the community center, which is huge, by the way, for a little bit, you want to go out and get some fresh air, you can do that too. So there's tons of spaces, tons of spots for you to go and just hang out and enjoy the day. So again, everything is working out like exactly how I envisioned, really. And again, I can't be more grateful for everybody involved. So it's going to be a fun day on July 26th. Yes, it's going to be great. And then one more thing, I'm not going to take up too much more of everybody's time here because, again, I can talk about this until I'm blue in the face. Trust me. It's one of those things that I'm very passionate about, and that this is going to continue to evolve again, like as we go for year 17, year 18, year 19, so on and so forth. I think this year is going to be huge. Like there's tickets on Eventbrite, and, they're almost sold out. I wasn't expecting, that to happen either. So we're going to kind of have to bend and flex there. It's going to be fun. But I also wanted to talk about, our stream that we're doing now. Like, as you see on here, this is another huge avenue that we put together that we're going to be able to provide land sharks for Shark Week throughout the entire year. But since Shark Week is coming, I also wanted to talk about our stream in a different light. We are going to be, and as we normally do in Shark Week fashion, Land Shark for Shark Week fashion, to preface, we used to be in person every single day during Shark Week, 7 days. It was a lot. It was challenging at the end of the week, but we did it. But things change. Things are starting to evolve. Of course, we're taking it to the next level. We have the live event now that starts us off and kicks us off for Shark Week, and then at night for every single new show. Jeez Louise. We are going to be streaming as well. So really cool what we're putting together here. So it's not just going to be one night. It's going to be every night during Shark Week in typical fashion. We're not going to be live, of course, in person, but we are bringing the stream and we're doing a watch party on Twitch, Substack, Instagram, and YouTube coming at you from our Distant Shores stream. So you guys can watch along. You guys can, chat with us just like we are in person. I can bring you guys up if you guys want to be like, guests on one of our streams. We would love for that to happen. So if you wanted to pop on at some point, that'd be really cool. But it's going to be loads of fun. And again, this is just one more step towards bringing this, and elevating this, I guess you can say, to the next level. And, this charity stream is really cool. It's going to be really fun. And I would love for you guys to join us in our endeavor to beat that $1 amount that I talked about before, $2,305, the most that we've ever raised in 1 year. I think it'll be really cool if year 16 could bring us over that hump, because altogether we've raised around $10,000, guys. We've raised a ton of money for shark research and ocean conservation. That's not a small number. It's not a small number. And I want to raise that up even further. And I think this year we're really going to do it. And, again, this isn't all about donations too. So I don't want anybody to be turned off about that. This is supposed to be fun. This is supposed to be enjoyable. It's Shark Week, guys. It's one of the best weeks of the year. And we want you to come on and just enjoy, watch it, have fun with us. If you don't have the means to donate, that's okay. Follow us. Follow our mission. We have our Substack. We have, our Twitch stream now. We have all these different avenues that you guys can follow us throughout the year. Because if you follow us throughout the year, you're going to be getting updates on all the other really cool things that we have in the pipeline. And you guys don't want to miss that. You don't want to miss that. Stream's not going to go away. We'll talk about this at the end of Shark Week, the end of the week on Saturday when it comes up. But stream's not going away. Thursdays, 9 o'clock, it's probably going to be our guy moving forward. So we're not going to be strangers. Trust me, we're not going to be strangers. I know I'm not going to be a stranger. So hopefully you guys aren't strangers either. So yeah, man, it's going to be a good time. Really good time. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, listen, I think that I have talked enough for the night. We reviewed a lot of stuff, shared a lot of stuff, covered a lot of ground, shared a few laughs. Thanks for stopping by, But, this is just going to segue us into this weekend, and I wanted to come on. I wanted to show all the sponsors and all the success that we've had so far. The best is yet to come. It's going to be a really, really fun event. Like I keep on saying, I'm so excited. So excited. So I'm going to do one of these bad boys here. So, listen. We need to have our theme song, of course. to sign us out for the night. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, Finbassadors, for coming on and hanging out with me once again on a beautiful, beautiful Thursday night. Guys, July 26th is coming up very soon. It's 3 days. 3 days. Our Land Shark for Shark Week live event. Antietam Valley Community Center, 1 o'clock to 6 o'clock. Tickets are all on Eventbrite. Check out our bio. Check out our LinkedIn. Not LinkedIn, my gosh. Check out our Substack. Everything, all the information is on there for you to purchase your tickets. Tickets are completely free, by the way. So you don't have to purchase them. You're just purchasing them just to get through the door. Tons of raffles. Tons of prizes. Tons of food. Tons of refreshments. Come on out and enjoy some fun Shark Week fun with us. And if you can't come in person, that live stream is for you. Come follow us on Twitch, Substack. Yeah, come follow us on Twitch, Substack, Instagram, YouTube. Wherever you get your social media, we are going to be there to provide some fun. And July 29th, by the way, hop on, because our boy Frank at the Salonium, follow them, by the way, at the Salonium, is going to be doing a charity stream as well and going to be donating some cash after he does his Jaws speed run and plays some Raft, which is super generous too. It's all happening, guys. All right. I'm out. I'm done talking. Guys, I will see you on Sunday for the live event. I can't wait. Shaka, maintaining radio silence until further sharkage. Later. Peace. Like a mako in the ocean, got the